Let's
Darn it, come on.
get a sound test. Hello to anybody that does pop in. You're gonna have to put the sound on your computer to hear it.
Yeah, I gotta.
What we really need is a fucking sponsorship.
You're live. You're live. So, Ixnay on the Chris name.
This is on. It's got a good shot of everything.
I hate you.
Not just.
No, excuse me,
Siegel
Jerry
and
Siegel.
Yeah, Siegel and Schuster.
Siegel and Schuster. You can
That's not
literally.
us. That's not my voice.
This is us.
You're live. I'm going to. You have a 5
Long
minute
as-
count. I'm gonna leave this live.
I have what account?
Huh?
What do I have?
What do you have as far as what?
I don't know. What'd you say?
Saying I'm leaving this live.
Okay.
You have 5 minutes till the draft starts. Hulk Hogan, Anthony Vettis on the board. Just another run through here, Mark.
Yes.
The draft board you need to leave up. You don't have to have it here. Just don't minimize it.
Okay.
I don't know. What'd you
You're here on off.
Okay.
I figured out. You can't like do it back to back. You gotta come off and then. Whatever. They don't see that stuff.
So right now, draft board is off. It's on us.
Draft board is on. It's on us. The mics are on. Besides that, the only thing you have to do is click here later, then scroll down when we get to 18. And that is it. And then you remember how to close everything out. Maximize.
Yes.
You're gonna hit share. This has to be maximized
Oh, it has to be maximized.
because then it's using the toolbar. If
Okay.
it's not maximized, the toolbar won't work for the window. You understand?
Yeah. So this gets maximized. This will have its own toolbar. You're saying, right?
It's the same toolbar. It's just for it to apply to the window. The window has to be maximized.
Gotcha.
So you maximize the window. You're gonna hit share, and then the two bottom ones you're gonna do.
Gotcha.
You're gonna put the live, the date, whatever you. Even if you name it whatever you want, I'll be able to figure out what it is. And then the only other thing is the obviously shut the phone off and record it. And then everything goes in the back. I'm gonna set this up. You're live on YouTube now. You can start talking. There's 3 people in the room, so you can talk. What's going on, Brock?
Brock,
So, right?
Yeah.
Fozzie Dog again. They love to watch us.
Well, Fozzie's always in these drafts too. So Fozzie's got that. Fozzie's got that. I own a dispensary FU money. That's what Fozzie got.
It says we better bring it tonight. So, oh, it's already been brought in.
Ah, crap!
love to watch us.
We got to figure out where we're gonna put the.
I figured maybe here, so that way it's looking. I don't know.
Well, see, it's both though. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I can't really move my mic much. Says we better bring it tonight. So. But I can't. I mean, if you put it here, face it your way.
Bring that little table over.
You're not gonna be able to bring it to me, right? At the store?
I figured maybe here. In the morning? I don't know. Why can't I bring it to the store? I can't really move my mic. I'm not trespassed. I would do my best to show up at the store.
If you can't bring it to me, that's what I'm asking.
I will do my best. I'll let you know if I can.
Alright, so if you can do that, just make sure you don't leave like mouse, keyboard, everything has to be there. I'm not trespassing.
Okay. Whiteboard, white rings. I would do my best to show up at the store.
You're all good.
Thursday until 9.
I'll
let you know if I can.
Appreciate it.
I believe you did.
Appreciate it, bro.
Then I said it again.
Whiteboard, white rings. Yeah, that's one word. I would do my best to show up. Well, 3. Thursday until 9. I'll let you know if I can. I believe you did.
Appreciate it, bro.
Whiteboard, white rings. Yeah, that's one word. I would do my best to show up. Well, 3. Thursday until 9. I'll let you know if I can. At least our wives can't say we're cheating on them. They're like, hey, it's live. You can literally go look at us. I don't know if your wife would think like that.
So now we're
Should.
So I usually don't drink,
What the heck?
but once
once in a while, I enjoy Corona with some lime, of course. And I got this
All
little
right.
bottle opener
So we
that I can try out because usually I have to.
Live. Thank you guys for tuning in. We had the pivot. We're doing the 8:30 draft here. We're Guys on Network. We are drafting the FLC 500K tourney with RT Sports. Thank you very, very much for joining us.
Thank you, RT.
We got the 7th pick tonight. For our viewers on TikTok, thank you very much for joining in. This is the live stream draft for RT Sports FLC Championship, 500K overall. We got the 7th pick tonight. I think this is our first 7th pick, Jay.
Yeah, it is.
So please.
We've had 3rd, 12th, 2nd, 5th.
So for everybody joining in, please, YouTube channel, we're Guys on Network. Go on over, subscribe. It's free. Hit the share button, notification. Get us in your households on the weekly. We put out content every week
Households.
in your
Get us
households.
in your households. Yeah, that's
you know.
exactly what he said. Sound like something else, but we're not going to get into that.
We're not going to get into that right now.
No, we like to stay on the air a little bit longer.
You got that on the brain, I think. All
As
right.
soon as Phil leaves, we get kicked off. 5 minutes in.
All right. So let's bring up. We are off and running here.
What's up, Gabe?
So we're the 7th pick. We're already on pick 4.
These guys are
That-
eager.
guys, that's what the board looks like right now. Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, Jameer Gibbs, CeeDee Lamb, the usual, right?
Oh, yeah.
Jay, we're not seeing anything. We're not seeing anything crazy here. Do you? You might want to. Are you able to bring up TikTok on your computer too?
Yeah,
That way we can see if there's any. If we
right
get any
there.
questions. There goes Saquon at 6. So we're gonna face the exact challenge that I brought up beforehand, and you and I are gonna have to talk out quick who we want to choose between a couple of fellas coming up here. I do believe. So we just have to clear Titans pick right now. All right. So maybe that makes our decision a little bit easier. So Titans does go Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, I have one in my bag, I think. Sure? Yes, I do.
So do we want to
Thank
go catcher or runner?
That's a great question.
The runner does have
Here?
what I don't know what to say. Like
No, you were running out of steam. That's why I tried to
he's
save you here.
unproven.
Very unproven. So I will say that we have Jettas here staring us in the face, right? These guys aren't going to be there when we come back around. It's either Jettas, Neighbors, St. Brown, or Thomas in my book. I vote for Jettas. We don't have any Justin Jefferson shares. I like Justin Jefferson. What say you?
I think JJ needs somebody, and
we
what's
got
his name?
somebody.
And with what's his name gone, Addison. Is
Addison.
he 4 games or 6 games?
I don't know, but we got 13 seconds.
So I do lean.
He's
Jefferson.
3 games. All right. Here we go.
He's not 3 now.
Yeah, he only got 3.
Oh, that's horrible.
Only got 3. All right, Justin Jefferson, 1-7. I'm not upset at this. I'm really not. We do not have any Jefferson shares. I'll take Jay Jettas here 100% of the time. 1-7. I personally, like we talked about, like you and I discussed beforehand, I did want CMC there. I wanted CMC pretty badly because we don't have any CMC shares either. But as we can now see, we're going to need that 1-5, 1-6 pick if we want to get any shares of CMC. We do have one of Barkley. We have one of Bijan. I did want a CMC share, hopefully by the end of the drafting year. So again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We are Guys on Network. For anybody that is following us either on the YouTube channel, Guys on Network, or if you're tuned in to our YouTube Live, please, RT Sports, great site, great software. You can join pretty much a draft at any price point, at any time of day. They have tons of drafts going off. It's an absolutely user-friendly site. It's fantastic. We're drafting in their Fantasy Life Championship tournament right now. $300 entry, $500K to first place overall. You also obviously get prizes for taking first or second in your individual leagues before you get to the overalls. But please check them out. Right now they're running a promo code for us. So any first-time depositors, new user, first-time deposit, they will deposit match up to 50% and $200. So if you throw $400 on there, they're going to gift you $200. That will actually buy you 2 Fantasy Life Championship teams. And then they do 3-packs. That means your third team will be free. So you'll get a discount on that. So it'll only cost you $250 for that third team. Or if you so choose, they have another big tournament too. That's called the oh my God. Now I want to draw a blank. It's the real-time fantasy. They've
Real-time fantasy sports.
yeah, no, it's like the RTFFC. Yeah, RTFFC. That's what it is. And they have different colors. So it's the real-time fantasy football championship. They are limited. I believe it's 12 leagues per color overall. They usually fill 4 to 5 colors. Those teams are a little bit cheaper. They start at a $250 price point, with the third team being $200. So again, if you throw $400 on there, they'll match $200. That's $600 towards $700 worth of teams. So throw another $100 on there. You'll have 3 teams potentially competing for overall grand prizes in those leagues for $10,000,
Which is good money.
Good money, and
It's
it's,
good money.
they're limited leagues too, which is nice because it limits to 15 leagues per championship. So very, very nice.
Poor.
All right. So, why, dude? Is that rain? It always rains when we start.
I think it's the air conditioner.
All right. Thank God.
No, this gentleman asked, should he go with Tits or would you stay with Garrett Wilson? I'm telling him go with Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Unless it's a legacy where maybe at the end of the year, if you want to get that guy that's a rookie on your team.
Yeah, I would agree, but everybody knows I'm high on Garrett Wilson anyway. I don't hate Tets though. Tets has been looking great in camp. He's been looking really solid in their preseason games. I think he's gonna have an awful lot of targets his rookie season. I would not be surprised if he crosses that 125 target mark as a rookie for sure. All right, so to catch you up, after we went Jefferson, the guy you were talking about, Ashton Jeanty, went directly after us. The other guy I was torn about, Malik Neighbors, went 1-9. Then we had St. Brown, BTJ, Henry, Lamar Jackson, turn. Baltimore heavy for bald head. You know what that means? That means he's going to try to stack up later, Jay. He's going to try to stack up with that wide receiver later on. We might want to prevent that. We got to keep that name in our head. Bald head, Baltimore stack.
It seems like a lot of guys. There's always one guy in these leagues that just goes all running backs, all receivers.
Yeah.
But there's no trading in here, so it's kind of weird how they just stockpile.
So now we had so after Lamar, Devin Achane went, which I'm surprised. He's been slipping a little bit due to that soft tissue injury. Puka Nacua, then Nico Collins. Now, again, we're going to have a decision here. So I know, my friend, you are really stating the case for a guy that we will only be able to get here. He will not be here by the time the third round comes around. So if you are high on him, my friend, I do not mind getting a share of him. Let's make sure that he's not taken before us. But if so, and he was not, so Drake London goes. So we do have choices. Our running backs on the board are Jacobs, Irving, Brown, Taylor. But I know that you are high on Mr. Brock Bowers. You definitely want a little piece of Brock Bowers. I don't disagree with you. I think
he's close to being a number one receiver at the tight end spot, and no other tight end is going to get 120 catches.
Maybe McBride.
Who?
Trey McBride.
Okay.
Maybe
yeah, in
McBride.
Arizona. But with Marvin coming on, I think that should hopefully help split the difference.
So we're going Bowers then, right?
Yeah, I mean, Geno Smith has no threat to run, so that's going to limit.
All right, there it is, man. We pulled the trigger, buddy. We got him.
Boom, boom.
So we got Jay Jettis and
Suck
Brock
on that.
Bowers to start this draft. I don't hate it. I'm not going to lie. But I knew who was going to go immediately next, and that's someone that we've become increasingly high on in recent weeks on the pod, Chase Brown. I dropped his name here years ago as a rookie. I said, watch out for Chase Brown. He will cut into Joe Mixon's time, and eventually they ended up letting Mixon go in favor of Chase Brown. So I was not wrong there. After Chase Brown, JT goes. I'm high on JT. I know Rocky's high on JT. I don't know where you stand with JT. You like Taylor?
He's all right. I just don't buy it into 1 year where he just blew up like that. I don't know how much he can come back with another follow-up to that.
Yeah,
I don't have that trust.
it's a valid question, But I think that he has shown a track record for producing well when he's healthy, though. That's why I like JT. Bucky Irvin goes immediately after that. Josh Jacobs, no surprise here. All of these top tier quarter or running backs are going now. So far, I guess the biggest surprise right now is that only Lamar Jackson has gone as far as the quarterback is concerned.
It's like running back wise, I would take Bucky over JT.
Okay. All right. I mean, you can definitely make the argument. I'm not going to disagree.
But I would definitely take him before, like Jacobs, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Him being, Green Bay, it's cold, so he might get runs there, but that is the Packer guy, right? Not the Vikings guy. I always get them confused.
He is the Packer.
I have a short memory, so that happens.
And we all know we don't like Packers around here. What are we looking like on TikTok? We got some people on there?
There's 4 in there.
Any engagement? All right.
We have. I'm asking them to leave questions. We had a couple early on, but
So for all of our TikTok viewers, please make sure that you definitely follow us as well, because during the season, we bring you for about an hour to an hour and a half every Sunday morning. We do our start sits and we answer a lot of questions. Oftentimes we get traffic upwards of about 1,000 people in that room. We usually field a couple thousand questions. So please do not hesitate to follow us on there and then join us on Sundays. And we'll also be going on another platform. Or am I right here, Jay? Or am I leaking this too soon?
I don't think it's leaking it too soon, so people can get in, and I think it's pretty much a done deal. So the earlier we talk about it, the earlier people can sign up.
Yeah.
It's a really awesome app that we were talked about half an hour ago, and you can watch live sports with us. We were able to talk about
With
the game.
commentary.
Yeah, you don't have to listen to Al Michaels or any of those other people that you can't stand anymore.
You can hear our silky smooth voices.
Which I do think, I was watching some old clips of football, and it's just gone downhill with the announcers. It's like the talent level was so massive back when I was a kid, and it's just fallen off way too much. You're not invested in them anymore.
I don't disagree. I think I'd rather hear our silky smooth voices commentating a game than anybody else's.
And we are
Damn. So we did just get sniped. I did bring up Garrett Wilson would be an excellent pick here in the 3rd round. We did just get sniped. So just to kind of recap, I read off that running back run that we had. Then it went McConkey. Then Kyron went, A.J. Brown, JSN, Josh Allen. So the second quarterback did go. Trey McBride, the only other tight end of note that should, command that type of target share like Brock Bowers. T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson. So here we are now with our pick, Jay.
There's the guy with the legs you like a lot. He was the same team. Or do we stick with the catchers?
So I do.
I'm not as high as everybody else is on Tyreek.
I'm not either. I'd actually prefer MHJ to him. Or do we get Alvin Kamara here?
You don't want Hall?
We could do Brees Hall. Do you want to do Hall? Hall or Harrison? Call it. All right, we're going Brees Hall here. All right, so we just went back-to-back Jets. Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall, just go. I'm actually glad you talked me into that. I will tell you that I have become a little bit more bullish on Brees Hall here as of recent. I think Brees Hall is going to get an incredible workload this year. I think Justin Fields is going to command a lot of attention, being as mobile as he is. So I think that they're really going to be able to utilize the misdirection with Brees Hall's speed and agility, and I do see Brees Hall having a very, very good season this season.
And I think he's one of those guys that lately, like everybody wants to draft him early, but they're like afraid to.
Yes.
Because they don't know how that Jets offense is going to be, and I think they're going to be. They've had a good defense the last couple of years, so I think that's going to help their offense. And Justin being a scrambler, people are going to have to watch him. They're going to be able to do more sweeps. maybe a couple options, couple gimmicky plays, and I think that could help Brees Hall. Plus, they have the receivers. I think they could be a above average type of offense where he's going to get a lot of yards.
I think the Jets are going to do a lot better than people give them credit for. I don't disagree. I do think that Brees Hall is going to be a pretty big factor this upcoming season in fantasy football.
I think we had them second most in their division right after the Bills, which is a step down from the Bills. But the Dolphins are way down there. New England's got a lot of rebuilding.
I tell you what, though, I wouldn't put a New England surprise out of the question either. I kind of like what they're doing, man. I'm starting to believe in that wide receiver core and Drake May at quarterback. So I do kind of like that a little bit. But again, I think the Jets, people have short-term memory. They know the Jets weren't good last year. They hear, Aaron Rodgers. If they don't do good with Aaron Rodgers, they're definitely not going to do with Justin Fields. There's a big difference. There's a big difference between 42 and 27 or whatever Justin Fields is. There's a huge difference. That's 15 years of athleticism that are separating the two. Fields, as we know, I've never loved him as a downfield passer. He locks onto his first targets, but the guy is athletic. The guy can get it done with his legs. I saw one of the greatest runs live when I went to Soldier Field a few seasons ago and watched a Lions game that a bogus pass interference call changed the course of that game for us, and we ended up losing. But Justin Fields had a magnificent, it was like a 65-yard touchdown run. It was incredible. The guy is super athletic. So for those of you tuning in, obviously we look a little light tonight. This is Guys on Network Light. Rocky is out of town. Rocky has a big important job where Rocky needs to sometimes be out of state. So he is. And Mr. Phil he couldn't deal with the pushbacks in time.
He's got family he loves.
He's got to go home and he's got to get some beauty rest, which if that was the case, he shouldn't be joining us for any more drafts because he needs a hell of a lot of it. But
he's got to put away this truck thing, which normally when Phil puts away trucks, some things fall off the truck with his family. So we're going to see how that pans out for Chick-fil-A in the morning.
Damn, why are these frozen chicken patties so cheap? I like to bust everybody's nuts about that. Terry McLaurin going at 4-2. So after us, Amarian Hampton, Kenneth Walker, MHJ, Kittle, Cook, Rice, McLaurin. All right. This is okay. Okay, I see what you guys are doing. I see this now. I see this draft. It's a little wild to start, but here we are. So we're coming up, Jay. We got 3 picks ahead of us. Hopefully do you not have your board up? What are you doing?
I'm talking to TikTok.
Okay.
This gentleman, Hand Banana. I'm drafting 4th out of a 10 PPR league, 2 flex spots, what his strategy should be. So I told him go for the best running back. On the way back, again, like we did with Bowers, I would pick up Bowers and then go third, another running back, and then you come back around, do your receivers. I'll let him know, don't draft a quarterback, because especially with only 10 teams, they're gonna pick up those quarterbacks super early. So if you want to get, like we always do, Dak, or I can't think of his name from Tampa. I mean, those
Baker.
You're gonna be able to get Baker probably what? 6th round, 7th round.
Yeah, maybe even later.
If you want to move
it's
on.
only a 10-team PPR, it might even later. Yeah. Maybe. All right, man. We're about up. So McLaurin, Devontae Adams, Travion Henderson. Thank God, because I don't want any more shares of Travion. I'm about over Travion. It's coming back to us at 4-6, dude.
All right, I'm switching back over.
There are some names that I wasn't expecting to be there, quite honestly, at 4-6. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, is this updated? Because there's a guy that you loved.
All right,
you just talked about getting.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't go, the guy right below him is still solid.
Yeah. And there goes Tyreek. I was surprised that Tyreek lasted there. But now we have the option, man. We have the option to make Kamara a Guys on Network centerpiece. I love Kamara.
That'd be a heck of a 1-2 punch.
I love this offense set up for Kamara because I don't think that their passing attack is going to be the greatest. I do think that Kamara is going to have a very high snap percentage, and let's hope he can stay healthy. What say you? We going with him?
I like Kamara at this value too.
Absolutely. I'll take Kamara at 4.6 all day. So there we go, man. We got Brees Hall, Alvin Kamara, Justin Jefferson, Brock Bowers. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this at all. There might be some people that let's bring up the board so our fellas at home can also follow along.
Dave
might
Waters.
take a little bit of flack. People saying we should have jumped on Daniels there, but I'm telling you, you've heard it here now. Jaden Daniels will not repeat what he did last season. You heard it here. Jaden Daniels. I actually think Washington misses the playoffs. And believe it or not, man, if the Giants can eke out some wins with that solid defense, Washington might finish dead last. Sorry to say that, all you diehard Commander fans, but
I mean, everybody badmouths rookie quarterbacks saying they're going to slip, but they're talking about Daniels like he's not going to miss a beat, probably even improve. Now, the quarterback from the Panthers, you're going to have to help me on names on this.
Bryce Young,
that's why he's here, folks. Like, he's been in the system where he didn't really play much, so I think he could obviously improve because he just wasn't on the field much. But, like, Stroud should have a bounce back. But everybody was down on all these other quarterbacks, but yet they're high on.
Yeah, and I don't get it either because everyone said the same thing about Stroud, too. They said Stroud's sophomore year, there's no way he's going to be able to do what he did his rookie season. And they were right.
Yeah.
He ended up having a bit of a sophomore slump in comparison to what he did his rookie year. That same season is loading currently for Jaden Daniels.
He's still going to be good, but he can't compete with what he did last year.
He's going to be all right. All right, let's see. You guys better bring it tonight.
Ooh,
I'm hearing you guys speak. Then
Tara Mullins in
relays
the
again.
TikTok chat.
Jeremy Brock. Well, where are the other two? So we did have a question. Dave Waters asking where the other two were. I think we did just mention where they be.
Thank you, New York, watching us from New York.
500K tonight. And only split.
I agree with that comment.
Yeah, I agree, Dave Waters. If we win the 500K right now, let's mark this down. So this is team number 7. We win, Jay. 250.
Oh, yeah.
250 apiece.
And we don't tell our family.
250 apiece.
We just take a nice vacation together.
All right.
Not like a weird place.
Not a
we'll
weird
go
way.
We'll go to Manly place.
So our
Vegas.
good
Vegas is Manly.
our good pod friend Zach says, "Let's go. You guys cut the dead weight. You're not lying. You're not lying." Jaden McDonald's is a one-hit wonder. Zach, my boy, you're looking for me not to make any jokes with our live draft coming up 2 Fridays from now. All right, I might be Team Zach this time around.
We're not going to like San Francisco or anything, people.
Think of all the hair dye marking by with 250. You know what, Zach? Now you're back. Now you're back on the naughty list, buddy. All right. Now I'm gonna make fun of you a bunch during that draft. All right. So Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow. So there was a little mini run on quarterback because Evans, Metcalf, and then Jalen Hurts went. So there goes those top 5 quarterbacks. Like we say, they usually go by this time and around 4. So you really gotta jump on one of those guys if you are a believer. I think for our purposes, I think we're safe enough knowing that we're gonna be in good hands when we get our quarterback in a few rounds from now.
That's been our strategy, and I've always been 3rd rounder quarterback, but I think trying to use Mark and Rocky Phil, it makes a lot more sense to go a little deeper. You're not going to get those top 4 guys, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a huge drop off. I mean, every quarterback throws the second tier. You're looking at 4,500 yards, almost, at least 30 touchdowns. The studs get like 45. You could get, Mayfield, 30 touchdowns out of him.
Yeah.
They may throw a little bit more picks, but other than that, you're going to get a massive game out of them a couple of times a year.
From a fantasy standpoint, not terrible. You know what we're gonna do now? Let's switch over. Let's go from the draft board. Let's go live here as we are coming up on our pick. That way you get to see us in the think tank live. I'm not gonna lie. Bring your board up.
It would.
There's a lot of meat on the bone at wide receiver. So we got 2 running backs. We could
But do you want to pile on and have that flex top running back that we both love also, who's the top one?
Yeah. So I honestly don't hate DeAndre Swift. I really don't.
Or is that too many running backs? I mean, that
No.
gives us-
It's definitely not too many running backs. 'Cause, I mean, you need them to fill your bye weeks. Plus, you need some running backs in your flex positions. You know, for me, there's a couple of Bears on the board right now, DeAndre Swift and DJ Moore, that are sitting there that I'd be okay going in either direction. I don't hate the DeAndre Swift pick here. I really don't. Is that what do you think? Are you thinking that too?
I'm thinking that too, because if I count down receivers to like 12, there's still a couple guys that we've taken before that you've liked. So even if there's a run on wide receivers per se for just the next some picks, I still think we'll get
we're still
another
going to be
solid
comfortable. All right.
receiver.
I like it. Let's go DeAndre Swift then. So that does give us some running back depth. Again, we have three outstanding PPR backs here.
Oh yeah.
Brees Hall, Alvin Kamara, DeAndre Swift. I will tell you right now in Chicago. So Roshan Johnson is dealing with an injury. Montague is a rookie. There's been some rookie mistakes. I'm sure he will be utilized in some gadget plays. And then the other back that is really performing well in camp is Wheeler, who is a Harvard grad, who was he tore his Achilles in camp last year on Hard Knocks. He was that tearjerker, the tearjerker episode of the guy from Harvard that comes in trying to make a name for himself. They did the right thing. They kept him on the roster. They allowed him to heal. They brought him back. He looks really great. He actually ran in 2 touchdowns in this preseason game the other day against the Bills. But again, he's not going to be somebody during the regular season that factors in. I think this is DeAndre Swift's team until proven otherwise. So I love our PPR backs. And you're not wrong, man. Over at wide receiver. So the other guy that I was going to make the argument for, Calvin Ridley, he just goes there. So Xavier Worthy, Calvin Ridley go back-to-back picks. I'm still okay right now. I'm okay with this at this point. I don't mind where we're at. I think our team is constructed solidly. Man, George Pickens is really flying up boards.
We have some lively talk on the TikTok talking about I don't know what to call it, talking about the music bands for some reason, and tattoos, EDC.
Oh, EDC. Did Orlando have that EDC concert yet? That they have
I don't
every
know.
summer?
It used to be pretty massive, but I don't know if that's still
Oh, it still is. I mean,
as big as it was.
the ERs get flooded with overdoses.
Because I mean,
During that-
when Marshmallow sold out, I don't know if that hurt them.
Got you.
One person, what's your celebrity crush? Are they on the right channel?
Bo Nix, Jamison Williams, they now go. So that caps off a titillating round 5. Going into round 6 now. Here goes Baldhead. Baldhead, if he wants, when he didn't do it, picks up Jamison Williams, David Montgomery. So he goes back-to-back Lions. He was the one that I had told you I was targeting him for getting that Baltimore stack. He forgoes the full-on Baltimore stack, which he could have performed there. Tyrone Tracy goes after David Montgomery. Not lying. So we're up in 4, Jay. You might want to bring your board up. Again, man, there is some depth at wide receiver here.
I could not be on the right. I do not know what's going on in that chat. Talk about tattoos.
There's definitely some depth here at wide receiver. There goes Jalen Waddle. I wanted to jump early and get Waddle here with this 6'6" pick, but Fort beat us to it, gets him at 6'3". Nice pick there. Loving what Waddle's doing. I think he is going to be an absolute stud.
I put 3 in the queue.
Which I do like them. I do want to.
All of them are. One of them, and now 2 of them will definitely be there for our pick.
Tony Wonder again just took the guy before I was able to get him into our queue. Emeka Ibuka, DJ Moore. Here's what kind of ticks me off, Jay. The three guys that I was just going to, when Tyrone Tracy was picked, the three guys that I was throwing in our queue, Jalen Waddle, Emeka Ibuka, DJ Moore. All three of them go right in front of us. Don't love it. Don't love it at all. All right. What I will say, the second guy that you have in our queue, he would pair with one of our running backs. I'm not the highest on him.
Right.
Out of the three there, I would probably say the last one is my favorite. Maybe the first one. I don't know, man. It's tough for me. It's tough for
I
me
lean the
there.
bottom one. I just worry about the quarterback situation. It's got to be a great quarterback situation for the 4 weeks, and then who knows after that.
For the top one, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to go with our second guy?
Yeah, I think that's the safest bet.
All right. Let's go. We know that Baltimore's not a huge passing team, but when they do, Zay Flowers is open. All right. If you watch these games, Zay Flowers gets open. Zay Flowers is speedy. I think Zay Flowers is turning into a very dynamic wide receiver. I don't hate pairing him with Justin Jefferson, and we're doing a really good job right now of spreading around our bye weeks as well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. So as of right now, we do not have two of our core players on the same bye week. That bodes well.
Yep.
When you're trying to.
And Derrick Henry's got to slow down sometime, right?
You would think so.
Which would open
right?
up the passing game if he remembers that he's old. I think, the man. So what a guy who been in the Hall of Fame 3 years ago is just playing for fun now.
Pretty much. All right, man. I think we're doing all right here. I'm not gonna lie. I like our team. All right, so let's go back. Let's bring everybody back to the board. That way we can catch you up with what's going on. So that is after we took Zay Flowers. So as you can see, oh my God, who is that? That is the 10th. It's funny because seeing it from the side, who is the 10th play? Who's the 10th team? Is it Mayhorn?
All right, well. Switch the chat room back because it was getting a little odd.
Egenfort, what is going on, man? Talk about zero running back theory commitment. Amon Ra, Puka Nakua, Marvin Harrison, Devontae Adams, George Pickens, Jalen Waddle. That's a bold strat, man. You can only play 4 of them.
He's filling his flex up with some
You can o-
receivers.
Yeah, well, I think what happened is he kind of caught himself there. He picked his first 4 wide receivers are all week 8 buys.
Oh wow!
So I think
I just noticed that.
I think he's trying to catch himself back up. I'm not a huge fan of going out and getting the wide receiver 1 and the wide receiver 2 with that high of a commitment. So Puka Nakua, Devontae Adams, rounds 2 and 4. I'm not a huge fan of that. If I can remark, let's see, on any other teams. Mayhorn in the 3rd pick goes Gibbs. Jacobs, love to start. Josh Allen, can't complain. Not a huge DK Metcalf fan. I do love Cortland Sutton, and I am a little bit more optimistic about Debo, so I think that's a pretty good start. Eric, the 2nd pick. Bijan, McConkey, JSN, Hurts, beautiful start. Coming back with Hubbard, love it. Hunter, I don't love that pick. I think that's a bit of a fumble there. I think Travis Hunter is. I'm telling you, I think he's going to be a gimmick. I don't foresee Travis Hunter being a major force. Hulk Hogan with that 1 pick. 1 pick is always tough to draft from, but he gets Jamar Chase, Kyron Williams, AJ Brown. Not high on Brown this year. James Conner, RJ Harvey, Travis Kelce, Jerry Judy.
Big run on receivers right now.
That is not a bad start for you. Stephen Howley. Let's see. We got Lamb, Irving, McBride, Evans, Tetz, Pollard. Not terrible. He's forming a little Tampa Bay stack that we might want to keep our eyes on there. He's got Bucky Irvin and Mike Evans. So we might want to keep our eyes on that stack that's, forming right in front of our eyes. All right, so it looks like we're up in 3 picks again. So let's bring you back to our beautiful faces. That way you can see us debating this in real time. Mayhorn jumps on Joe Mixon, hoping that soft tissue injury and the high ankle sprain will heal appropriately. Time will tell. All right, so I'm gonna throw a couple of dudes in our queue here. So a couple of dudes in the queue here that I certainly wouldn't be mad at.
There's a lot of guys coming up with injuries that are on their board.
Yeah.
Even guys that
Wow.
aren't listed as injuries, like Juwan Jefferson or Juwan Jennings. He had a calf injury. I mean, depends on what the calf injuries. Sometimes those linger for a very long time, if not the entire year, depending if it's
Yeah.
severe.
So it is back on us. So Roma Dunze, that's the one downfall of doing these live stream drafts. People get to know your likes and your dislikes. It is no surprise, and it's well known that I am a Roma Dunze fan. I think getting Roma Dunze in the 7th round is an absolute value steal. Fantastic job. So he is off the board. Jay, I want you to look at the first guy in the queue and really consider that name. Again, another PPR back that I can't believe is still lingering around. I think it's only because his cuff is also pretty decent, but I don't hate that guy there.
No, we just talked about him earlier.
So what do you think?
I mean, he's standard. I think
You want to jump on Aaron Jones and give us a 4th running back?
I think so. I don't trust JJ McCarthy at all. And when you get in trouble, we have the receiver to cover us, and now we have the running back to cover us, depending on how they play.
Yes.
Because he's going to want to throw the ball, because when you have 2 stud receivers, you're going to want to get them in their hands. And their tight end, Henderson.
Close.
Henderson.
Nope. It's an H. Ends with an S. S-O-N. But it's not. It's neither one of those. Hawkinson.
A little
There you go.
Hawkinson.
Sound it out.
I just, you're here for the names. I'm here for the rest of the stuff.
Yes. So the other running back that I was considering there, where we just took Aaron Jones, would be Caleb Johnson. I've also seen some highlights of his competition. I think that's legitimately going to be more of a timeshare than our guys are there. But again, time will tell. Time will tell. We're not perfect, man. We're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Let's see.
Still, obviously Jefferson, Jones, bye week, but I mean, we have 4 number 1 running backs,
Yeah.
all with different bye weeks.
Yep. And that is Jefferson and Jones is our first dual bye week casualty as well. So we've done a really good job of mixing up our team as far as bye weeks are concerned.
And you said the way this league works, the last 4 weeks are the playoffs for the money.
So the last 3 weeks are the overall, and then the 2 weeks prior to that are the league. So this regular season ends week 13. Week 1 is a play-all. Top 6 overall scoring teams get a win. The lowest 6 scoring teams get a loss. Then you play everybody once.
Okay.
And then it ends on a play-all in week 13. So there's a play-all. You play your 11 league mates, a play-all again. And then week 14, week 15 are the league playoffs. And then week 15, I believe, 15, 16, 17, I want to say, are the overall weeks as well.
So I was looking at the buys, because apparently the bye week's the last one's the 14th. And we're
Yes.
safe on that too.
Yep.
So that way, when we do the playoff push, we're perfectly fine with all of our guys being able to play.
Tis a big deal. All right. So I was going to suggest that we backed up Aaron Jones immediately with Jordan Mason in the next round. Egan Fort, that is the first running back that they bounced on. So aside from screwing everybody with 6 wide receivers, they decide to screw us and take our cuff as their number 1 running back. Thanks a lot, Egan Fort. But little run on running backs there. Caleb Johnson, Chardonnay, as you refer to him in your TikTok clip. Jordan Mason goes. Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers is a guy that I think that a 7th round value bodes very well. I think you'll probably get 4th to 5th round value out of Jacoby Myers this year. Sam Laporta, another fantastic tight end that will demand a high target share this year, goes 7-12. Excellent value on him. And Baldhead went back to back with Laporta and Mahomes. There goes Jalen Warren. So we were just talking about Caleb Johnson. So Unstoppable does stop systems go from getting their tandem running back duo with Caleb Johnson and Jalen Warren. So good job of stopping that. I do feel like there's a lot of that in these leagues. There's a lot of that spiteful cuff blocking. A bunch of cuff blockers is what I'm getting at here. That even if they don't necessarily fit the team dynamic, they do get in there just to screw you out of the 500K, Jay. How do you feel about that? They're trying to intentionally screw you out of 500K.
They're not liking us.
You're not nice. J.K. Dobbins. Oh, my God. Bill Merritt. Jacoby Krosky Merritt going 8-4. Talk about a guy that has jumped in value. 12 rounds he has jumped up. 12. Count them, 12 rounds.
Well, most of these people, I mean, if they're going to running backs, then that poor guy who's got all the receivers is not going to be able to. He's going to be getting all the handcuffs.
All the handcuffs.
Sorry, I'm sticking with that phrase. I like it.
So do I.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot too. So, I'm not going to lie, man. Looking at what is left at quarterback, I'm okay waiting on quarterback this round too. I thought I was going to want to jump on quarterback here. I don't want to. There's a lot there. Look at the one position player that I threw in the queue.
Give me time.
It would give us a 5th running back.
Wow.
And I just feel like it would give us a lot of versatility.
He's also a PPR guy.
Another PPR guy. And he has a potential return to form this year. I mean,
does that leave us too weak? We still have no bye week catcher.
Which, if you look at the wide receivers, I think there's still plenty of value to get there too coming up. Unless you want to jump on one of them now, I'm okay with that. Do you want to jump on like a Jawan Jennings? Or would you rather the guy that I threw up there?
He is a little
or Pittman too.
Injured. I mean, to get another starting running back.
All right, I had to do it. We were down to 2 seconds.
All right, I guess we'll do that. But I mean,
damn, man, we trimmed the fat and we're still getting down to the wire here. We're in the tank. We're in the tank.
But I mean, honestly, it's going in the 8th round, we're getting a starting running back as our backup to our backup.
Yeah, I'm okay. And that's what happened. Egan Fort, you can go and have your six pass catchers. We just took 5 ball carriers that are also pass catchers. So I'm okay. I'm okay with what we just did there. And I still think that, honestly, there is plenty of value coming up at wide receiver here. I really, really do. So I think what we can do is I think we can probably start loading the queue with some wide receivers that we would not mind having.
We got a couple questions in the TikTok. They want to know, should they trade A-Chain for Golden and crap. How do I go up? I lost it in the...
All right. So let's bring our viewers back to the board again. So here we are on the board. That's what it's looking to shake out like. Egan Ford, after those 6 wide receivers, goes 2 running backs. The drafter before him, he has also gone nothing but wide receiver and running back as well. So he is also punting, quarterback, and tight end. Us there smack dab in the middle. That pick 7. I think we have a pretty even balance. That's a lie. We have a lot more running backs than we do wide receivers, but at least we have some wide receivers, running backs, and then we got the best tight end. You see a lot of teams there, man, went very wide receiver dominant. I think that's why we were so fortunate with as many running backs as we got. And normally I wouldn't be a super huge fan of having as many running backs as we have this early, Jay.
Yeah.
But the fact that they are all PPR backs definitely eases the pain for me. So I don't mind it at all.
Would you have T. Higgins as your number one receiver? Is that a fine?
Was that a question?
That's a question.
Would I want T. Higgins as my number one receiver?
Yeah.
I personally would not. I wouldn't mind having T. Higgins as my wide receiver too, though. But the best place for T. Higgins is when you get T. Higgins as your wide receiver 3. So if you can somehow pull off T. Higgins in the third round, which oftentimes is where he goes, you can end up with a pretty solid 2 wide receiver 1s and then also the best wide receiver 2 in the game.
For some reason the chat won't let me go back to see the question, which really sucks.
So have him put it again. Re-raise the question.
Yeah.
Now you forget who it was.
Well, I can
You
find
dummy.
his name.
You big dummy.
I can find his name.
That's good. Do that. then.
Fedivers. Can you ask your question again? I would do the trade because apparently Dobbs,
Dobbs.
whatever way you want to pronounce it. I guess he's on the cut list in Green Bay. So that will help Golden quite a bit. And I don't think Arcane with A-Chain even will. If the Dolphins struggle, I think he'll struggle also.
Yeah. And he's also dealing with an injury as well. H-N.
And he had Genty as his running back too.
H-N and Genty. Okay. I mean, if H-N, if H-N is H-N, then that's solid. So we got a couple of, looks like Phil has joined us via the YouTube chat room. He says, AJ Brown, hard pass. I agree. Zach says, TikTok is popping off with comments.
There's a lot.
There are a lot, apparently.
I
And Mark
definitely
has a challenge to
appreciate
do with 5,000 likes. All right, let's pump the brakes, Zach. Always trying to throw me under the bus. Something.
Thoughts on a 10-man with Dak?
All right, so here we are again. We are once again
TikTok needs
faced
to be a little
with.
better.
Is this where we jump on our quarterback,
Dak,
or
Chase
do we want
Brown,
another pass
Trevor,
catcher?
C.D. Lang, Hawk.
All right. Here's where I honestly don't hate rolling the dice on Cooper Kupp here. I think Cooper Kupp should still get a lot of targets in Seattle. I think he, at this point, round 9 should be an okay pick to take here to back up our pass catchers. And if by chance he gets back to almost what Cooper Kupp was, I think it's a solid pick. What do you think? You like Kupp?
He's gonna get. He's not gonna get the yards anymore, but they'll run him out there for the 7-yard routes and just throw it to him because they know he's just gonna catch it.
Good enough for me. Cooper Kupp is the 3rd wide receiver in our stable. There we go. We have 5 running backs. We have 3 wide receivers and our tight end. I did want to make sure that we were getting some coverage at wide receiver, so I don't mind getting Cooper Kupp there at all. Not going to be a weekly starter for us unless Cooper Kupp returns to Cooper Kupp-like form. But again, I'm okay with that. But here's the thing. 8 years in the league, 6'1", 205, just when you think he's done, right?
Yep.
Same thing with Adam Thielen. Just when you thought he was done, guess what? Adam Thielen hangs around until his early 30s. Adam Thielen still produces. Why can't Cooper Kupp do that? I think he can.
I think he can.
All right. Wide receiver I was going to target for the next round, Keon Coleman goes immediately after Cooper Kupp. Again, I'm okay with that happening. David Njoku goes. I think people are getting a little worried at tight end because they're seeing a lot of those top names are gone. So now we're hitting that stretch where if you're targeting a tight end, you better go out and get them because there's about to be a run on a bunch of them. I like what you're doing there, Jay. That is solid work.
'Cause we got to be coming up on that area where a couple of them are going to be taken, right?
Yes, we are going to be coming up on the run here shortly.
And I think all 4 of those are pretty close. A couple of them are going to get the running. One's got a stud receiving core. One's a little bit unproven, but should improve quite a bit. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, Dak. Yeah, it's about time. About time Dak improves.
As long as he's not running a 2-minute drill, he's pretty good.
All right, so after Coleman and Njoku, little run on cuffs, man. Some handy cuffs coming off the board. Ramondre, Skeets, and Davis. Ray Davis goes at 9-12, the bald head, who follows that up with another cuff. Another handy cuff.
I think that's
Najee.
going to benefit that we don't have to go handcuffs because we have so many rotating starters that we can switch if one's struggling.
And we really don't have to, people always think you're crazy for not cuffing your guys, but I feel no pressure with having these 5 guys that have to cuff any of them. I think that leaves the door wide open
they're
for
all
us to
like
go.
cuffing each other.
They are cuffing each other.
Like
Probably all docking too. They
Little-
seem like a room full
little
of docker.
little Star Trek reference.
A room full of dockers. All right.
Have you ever worn Dockers?
No. That is not what I was referring to.
Oh, I
though.
know what you're referring to.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. So once again, let's put
I've never
this
seen one, so I can't dock.
once. I bet you haven't.
I almost spit all over the computer.
Do you have to suck in to see it? Is that what you're saying? Never seen one?
Turn up now.
All right. So once again, beautiful faces on the board here for our pick coming up. Again in 3 picks. Jay, get your board up. Get ready. Although I think you did prepare. You threw some names in there.
We got a lot of, I really appreciate the TikTok. Got a lot of good questions. You guys are interacting with each other. You're doing a good job trying to answer questions that I can't get to.
I'm telling you, your mind, honestly, once we get to our Sunday lives, your mind's gonna be blown. We get a very large following in our TikTok live on our Sunday start sits. And for good reason. I mean, we sit there with them for an hour, we entertain all of their questions, we go through, as you guys know, I'm the heavy volume guy. I have, a lot of managed teams. Oftentimes, close to 50 to 75 managed teams. I usually hit somewhere in the 250 to 300 overall teams, but that includes a bunch of best balls. So, I have to, unfortunately, I have to do a lot of homework, Jay.
Yeah.
A lot of homework when it comes to, providing the best information I can give when it comes to start sits.
I just show up for the looks.
There you go. That's why we hired you, for the looks, obviously.
Hired me. I've
All
not
right, man.
paid yet.
It's on us, dude. It's on us.
I think we got to pull the trigger.
So
Take who we think's the best on this.
we could do that, or we could go one more wide receiver that probably won't be there when he comes back. But if you want to pull the trigger, you pick the quarterback that you want.
Do you think the top receiver will get enough?
Probably not. We should.
They-
Yeah, I think you're right. Pull the trigger. Take the quarterback. You select it. I'm okay with whatever you do here. So you're gonna hit the plus.
I know how it works.
I wasn't
Just
sure.
waiting for the time to go out.
Well, let's not. Let's put somebody up there so that I'm confident that you know how to do this.
I know how to do it. I think throwing, he's equivalent to most of those guys, but we are going to get the yards rushing.
You son of a! I can't believe you picked that quarterback. I'm
Well-
just kidding. I love it. I love it.
I think he'll be good. I mean, his mom just died allegedly, so he's going to have a comeback year in her honor. I made that up.
It sounded like you did.
But I mean, you never know.
Because I think his mom is the only person who's actually keeping him in football. I think he wants to play video games all day. And she says, no, you're going to be productive with your life. Go out there and make us some money, Kyler. So I don't hate that pick.
mean,
I definitely love the Kyler Murray pick.
You could pick up baseball any day now again.
I love the fact that he's got 2 solid backs behind him. He's got the second best tight end in the league in Trey McBride. He's got, again, mark my words, he's got a top 5 wide receiver in Marvin Harrison Jr. this year. you know, their ancillary receivers, it leaves a little to desire. But I think because he's so mobile, I think that is what is going to yield us dividends when it comes to our quarterback. So kudos to you in that pick. So the one wide receiver that I was motioning to potentially take there and wait one more round on quarterback was Jaden Higgins, and he did go at 10-8. So he is now off the board. I'm not going to lie, the wide receiver room is getting a little thin, thanks in part to Egenfort.
Are you still taking receivers, bud?
He took enough of them to start that, you know, screwed everybody. So there's that. Hulk Hogan goes back-to-back quarterbacks with Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy. It's a bold strategy there.
Gonna have to open a fourth window for a second.
Tank Bigsby goes. There is one of our cuffs that have gone. So Braylon Allen did go. Tank Bigsby went. So there's two of our cuffs. Jordan Mason, obviously. If we don't go back-to-back and we were unable to get him back-to-back, you're not going to be able to get Aaron Jones's understudy and Jordan Mason, unfortunately. So it does leave us with Kamara. Kamara and Swift will be able to cuff if we so choose to. I honestly don't think we need to, so I'm all right there.
Just so you know, Danny Dimes was picked for over Richardson, so I mean that's definitely going to help any of the receivers there. In theory,
Yeah, so why don't you talk about that before our pick? Why don't you really pump that up? You
well, we're
know
not
what I mean?
drafting him.
Well, we didn't get one of them, but, you know.
We're not drafting either of those quarterbacks.
No. I'm talking about the wide receivers that are still on the board.
We're not taking Josh Down syndrome.
You don't want to?
Are you looking at him?
I was,
I guess
actually.
you were, yeah.
I
No
wasn't-
one's listening to us.
except the TikTok room is full, so who knows?
Yeah, but they're not playing in this.
There could be some double agents in
Even
there.
though
You
they
don't know.
should, even though they should go to RT Sports and play.
You don't know. You don't know. There
You
could be
have-
some double agents in there, Jay.
10,000 likes, and you have to do a backflip apparently now too.
I have to do a backflip.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
So they want you to be drunk and doing backflips.
Oh man, that's not going to happen. Neither one of those are going to happen.
I appreciate the
unfortunately.
fact that I don't have to do anything.
No, it's always me, man. They always want to see me do the crazy dumb stuff. I don't know why. Maybe it's the face. Maybe it's the face. That's what warrants it. All right.
So
Here we go.
I'd rather have your fourth guy on the board above the third.
You would rather, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just don't trust. I mean, it's your call on this one. I had the call on the
No.
quarterback.
This is your draft. All right. So,
Where's Phil at?
I'm going to be honest. I don't hate it. And that's why I put them back to back there, because it really is a coin flip for me. So if you are more confident in the fourth one down, then that is where we will go. I'm okay doing that.
Or would you take a flyer 1, 2, 3, 4 on the sixth guy? Or do you think he'll be there on the turn?
I don't know who you're talking about. Did you put him in the queue?
Yeah, you did.
The sixth guy.
2 from the bottom.
Potentially. So what I was going to say is I would call attention to those last 3 that we might want to pick up one of them in the next round.
Okay.
But let's start now. Let's go out and get Jaden Reed.
I thought we were getting Josh Downs.
Who? No.
You did that to me. I can't do it to you.
All right. Oh, dude, you freaked me out for a second there.
I like freaking you out.
So Jaden Reed, I think out of all the wide receivers, and there are a ton of them in Green Bay, I think Jaden Reed probably pairs the most experience with the best potential outcome together, right? So you have Golden, who they drafted in the first round, first rookie wide receiver they drafted in the first round since before the Brett Favre era, right? Because it's noted that Favre and Rodgers never got a wide receiver drafted in the first round.
Which is so sad.
Which is that's ridiculous, right? So now let's do it when we have a quarterback that's way inferior to those two. But anyway, you have Golden there that they selected in the first round. So obviously high hopes, right? So, sorry, let me switch over to the board here for our viewers. I get that he's got the talent, right? But he's unproven. Then you have Romeo Dobbs, who's often been injury prone, and he's not as explosive as Jaden Reed. You have Christian Watson, who has the thigh gap issue, so he's not as explosive as he used to be. There is another wide receiver there, I believe, that I am blanking on at this point. But again, I think Jaden Reed probably pairs the most experience with the best potential outcome out of all their wide receivers. So I do like that pick.
Just got a juicy hot take in TikTok. Danny Dimes is better than Caleb. Look at the stats.
That's ridiculous. He was a rookie last year, first off, and he threw for 3,500 yards as a rookie. So I don't want to hear Danny Dimes is better than Caleb Williams. Look at the stats. That's ridiculous. Caleb Williams is going to be the first 4,000-yard passer in Chicago Bears history, and it's going to happen this year.
What quarterback have they ever had other than McMahon?
And they've had a lot, dude. They've had they're like Cleveland.
Well,
they've had a million quarterbacks.
They've had a bunch of names,
but the one guy who should have eclipsed 4,000 yards in Chicago is Jay Cutler.
I love Jay Cutler too.
Jay Cutler should have thrown for
such a man,
especially when he had. So there was years where he had Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey. He also had Brandon Marshall and he had another outstanding duo there paired with Brandon Marshall. So he should, and that was even back when Greg Olsen was in Chicago too. I believe Cutler played with Olsen as well. So he should have truly thrown for over 4,000 yards. But the problem is Chicago, where they lack a quarterback, they have an abundance of wealth at the running back position throughout the years. So Jay Cutler was playing during the Matt Forte years, and Matt Forte is one of the most underrated running backs in NFL history. Now we got to restart that. If you get to it before it, whatchamacallits, then you won't have to worry about it makes you do a puzzle. Yeah. All right. So coming back up to us in 3 picks again. All right. So let's put the draft board down here. It'll be coming back to us. Let's see. Since our last pick, Caleb does go immediately after Jaden Reed. Drake May goes Dowdle, Jalen Wright, Marvin Mims, Josh Downs, Jared Goff, Dallas Goedert. So a nice little run on quarterbacks and tight ends there. Or not so much tight ends, just one tight end was taken, but you get the point. What do we want to do here, Jacob?
Dang it.
I just threw 2 guys at the bottom of our queue that, and don't mention names yet, but there's 2 guys that I also wouldn't mind going. The last guy would pair well with that position and very similar style, and we would really get
The last 2?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the last one right now. We'd really get a weekly decision as to who we thought was going to utilize their skill set more. And the reason why I can't expand on that is because if I do, I will give away what it is that he is good at doing. And then the one above that,
You guys love him.
yeah, I still do. I
I
mean,
think everybody passes on him, but we always snatch him up.
yes, we do.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Well,
Do they know something that we don't know?
Right. Well, I think it's just that he hasn't performed as of late. All right, so it is on us.
I agree with the last one.
You do? Okay. And I do too.
I don't think we lose anything. Like you said, they are very similar.
Yes.
Both teams.
And I think if anything, it speaks to what we did with our team tonight. And we went running heavy. So now we have 2 dynamic running quarterbacks. Justin Fields, when he played last year, averaged just under 20 points per game. And that's pretty much what he's done throughout his career. That is a fantastic floor, Jay. Mm-hmm. To have 20 points as your floor at quarterback with a guy that can put up 30-plus point games, I am 100% okay backing Kyler Murray up with Justin Fields.
His games with Pittsburgh were spectacular.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why they switched him at all. I know they're paying obviously a ton of money to
To Russ.
yeah,
Let's rock.
to Rusty,
To Rusty for sure.
because I don't even know how long he'll be quarterback in.
So it took him a hot minute, right? So he played Atlanta's defense out of the gate, but it was again returning as a starter somewhere. So he was new place, new face. What did you do with the camera? That is like showing the tops of our heads.
You don't like top of our heads?
You gotta wedge it down there, brother.
No, we're still.
And then Denver had a fantastic.
good.
Denver had a great defense, but then week 3 against the Chargers, 21.85. Week 4 against Indy blew up 36 points. Week 5 against Dallas, 17. Week 6, 25 points. You know, I don't dislike Justin Fields. I really, really don't.
One guy wants to bet you on that Danny Dimes Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted. What are we betting on? Touchdowns, yardage,
We going fantasy points overall.
number of fingers painted during their contest. Whatever you want to bet, I am your guy.
I mean, who's to say Danny's even playing every game?
Danny's not going to play every
If he's
game.
struggling, what's it hurt the Colts to switch? Why not pull
I tell you what, Caleb Williams has never done. Caleb Williams has never tripped over a yard marker in open field. That's what Caleb Williams has never done.
Now I'm even worse.
All right, so after Justin Fields, Woody Marks goes, he's a bit of a hot take now too at 12.7. People do think that Joe Mixon injury is pretty serious. They think that Nick Chubb has definitely lost a couple of steps, so Woody Marks is that popular pick. There goes my guy, Kyle Pitts at 12.8. I wanted to take Kyle Pitts there, but I'm glad we went Justin Fields. Chubb goes immediately after Marks as well. Rashad White, Ferguson, Algier, Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert. That is bringing us to present. So we are 5 picks away again there, Jacob. I love both guys that we have in our queue right now. And I ain't gonna lie. All right. Justin Herbert, then his target, Quentin Johnston, goes. I say target because he cannot catch a ball, so targets is all he's good for. He is the textbook definition of stone hands. That guy is friggin'
Guy I
awful.
mentioned earlier is still there at our top of our board.
Yes.
I was surprised.
I'm a bit surprised there too. The one that I have below him, I actually have in my ranking higher, only because of the situation. But both of those guys would be they'd be A-okay in my book.
I mean, it's a concussion, so I don't know if that will really help him. I mean, it'll help him get a lot more looks this weekend.
Who?
Our top guy.
Oh, he's currently dealing with a concussion.
No, their number one got the concussion,
Oh, wow.
so he's got to get more time,
Got you.
especially with the first team.
Yeah, and he's going to be their field stretcher, so I'm okay taking him here. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and draft Trey Harris, because I do think that Trey Harris is going to be a factor this year. So you have Lad McConkey. Quentin Johnston is, again, stone hands. Mike Williams retired. Josh Palmer moved on. I think that Trey Harris is going to be a legitimate threat in that offense. So I do like the Trey Harris pick here. So kudos. Although they brought Keenan Allen back in the town too, right? So they brought in Keenan. Keenan's going to be the goal line guy. He's going to be the guy that they put the ball in the hands of on the goal line if Hampton can't punch it in. But that's not why you're drafting Trey Harris anyway. You're drafting Trey Harris to stretch that field. You're drafting Trey Harris to score those long tutties.
The guy really wants to bet with you. He's I told him to DM us.
Yeah.
Maybe you can hook something up with, even if it's just, you know, a friendly bet for maybe a pack of 6-pack or something like that.
I'm down. Who is it? I have to make sure it's not somebody I know.
User 80 Dubu Dubu.
Come on. Use a real name, man.
This dude.
I do want to bet.
Do you recognize him at all?
Let's see.
Oh, he's got a wad of cash in his profile pic. Is that all the?
I do. I work with him.
Oh, you do know him?
I think so.
You got one whole following. You're following one person. Is it Mark? Yeah, it's guys on us, so I appreciate that. So you took the time.
He looks exactly like a guy I work with. So it might be. Ask him if his name is Clint.
Well, hopefully he just heard that. Well, he said, "I don't work with you, bro.
Oh,
I'm from Indiana."
okay. Well,
He's an
you are a doppelganger
He's an Indian.
with the gentleman that I work with. He does have a wad of cash. So he thinks that Danny Dimes is going to have a better statistical season than Caleb Williams. This is wild to me. Ask him what he wants to wager. This is 1,000% a wager I'm taking. All right. So after we go with Trey Harris, Dalton Kincaid, Rashid Shaheed, Will Shipley, who was a cuff that I love, because if this is the Saquon Barkley Madden cover curse every other year, injured Saquon Barkley, Will Shipley steps into a ridiculous situation. Next is Marquise Brown.
Is there a trend on people who did 2,000 yards to fall off? As a Browns fan, we got a guy from Baltimore who just had 2,000 yards, and when he was with the Browns, he absolutely tanked. Can't think of his name, of course. And then,
Jamal Lewis.
yes,
You're welcome.
yeah, that's what you're here for. You're back. You're my wingman on names. And then that guy who was with the Vikings. I know he beat his kid with a switch, but
Adrian Peterson.
he also fell off and then came back. But he did,
and then
he
had
did
a
fall
ridiculous
off.
season too
Yeah.
when he came back, which was just that was insane.
Oh yeah. But there has been a fall off, so I don't know if he's going to be able to even get close to 2,000. I mean, even if he gets 1,500, that's still going to be a top running back.
Ooh-wee, man. All right, so what we got here? We
But
got
getting the cuff isn't a bad idea.
we got 5 WRs on the board. We got 5 RBs on the board. We backed up our quarterback, which I'm okay with. Sky is the limit here, because I don't feel a whole lot of pressure to back up tight end, because again, we have Brock Bowers. I don't feel a whole lot of pressure, although there are a couple out there that I do like. Wide receiver, I feel like we can keep trying to drum wide receiver to make sure that we're covered there.
I think the tight end you put in there on number 3,
Yeah,
I think they're going to use him quite a bit because that's just how they're.
so do I.
Because he was with. He was with the coach in the other place that he played, and we're trying to. I'm not forgetting everything. We're trying to talk code. He was with him in that previous city, and he made a name for himself there. Now that he's gone with that coach to the colder place, I think he could have him in his offense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Am I talking too much code for you?
I don't think Vrabel was ever a Charger though.
No, it wasn't.
No, he was a Charger before he was a Patriot.
Who was the guy there in Tennessee, Nashville? I thought that was Hunter.
No, Austin Hooper played there for a hot minute.
Nah, I don't know that guy.
But
Anyway,
if you're okay with Hunter Henry, I would like to go Hunter Henry here,
that's fine.
because I think with a young quarterback like Drake May and tight end that is as big a physical specimen as Hunter Henry, I think Hunter Henry is going to have a fantastic statistical year. Damn it. Immediately after him, I knew I was so fearful that we should have gone Thornton there. You made us pay. Good job, Titan.
What?
What do you
Oh, this guy.
still wants to
I
bet me?
want to bet against him now.
What?
He thinks the Colts will make the playoffs. They got to overcome Texans, who have a solid team. Their defense is better. They have a legit quarterback, a solid running game, 2 solid receivers, a decent tight end. And then you got to look at Jacksonville, who's a much more improved team.
Yeah.
They may make, they probably won't win and get into the wild card, but they should be in there to the final 2 weeks. You're just a homer. He's from Indiana, so of course he's gonna like the Colts. I mean, do you expect me to start touting the Browns here?
I always. It's so funny. That's the one division that I always have trouble remembering all 4 teams in that division. I have to stop and think about it for a second. But I don't hate that. I mean, I think the Colts might be at least looking at a wild card. They're not winning the division. With Houston and Jacksonville there, they're not winning the division. That's for sure.
To get the wild card, though, you got to be 10-6.
Yeah, in the AFC, I think you're not wrong.
Pittsburgh's gonna hang around because that's what Pittsburgh does.
Well, Pittsburgh's not in that division.
Well, I'm just saying in general
For the wild
spots.
card. Got you.
Chargers have a shot of being up there. You got Denver, because the Chiefs are going to win the division more than likely. Denver's going to take a wild card spot.
Yeah. And then you got to imagine Tennessee's going to be all right in that division too, right? With Cam Ward. I mean, I'm thinking that.
They could be 5-6 games where they'll probably split with the Colts.
Yeah.
A home and home.
I think the Colts are at best going to split with all 3 of those teams. They're not sweeping anybody. All right. So let's go back.
How high would you draft Tyler Warren?
That's a great question. I typically try to avoid that backfield, if I'm being honest. At this point, I draft for playing at the end of the season, so I would go Caleb Johnson higher than Tyler. I'm sorry. I thought you said Jalen Warren.
No, Tyler.
Tyler Warren. So I said it on the last podcast. Tyler Warren is going to have a Brock Bowers-like rookie year. He may even surpass Brock Bowers' rookie records. I think Tyler Warren is going to be a top 5 tight end immediately.
Wow.
So you can spend coin on Tyler Warren, which we have. We have, and I texted you guys today, do we have 2 or 3 shares of Tyler Warren? We might have 3 shares. We do have 3 shares. We have 3 shares of Tyler Warren. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it
What
at all.
round would you put that in? Let's say it's a 10 or 12.
So I'd probably start thinking about Tyler Warren in the 6th and 7th round. Let's see where he went tonight.
I'm trying to type it in just in case they couldn't hear us or something like that. You said he traded 6 away, is 5 high in a 12 team. I think if you want a guy, just get that guy.
You got to get your guys.
If you pass him up and you try to wait till the 7th because you don't have that 6th and he's gone, you're going to be kicking yourself because then you got to settle for somebody you didn't really want. Because I paid $100 out of a $500 cap. I paid $100 for Garrett Wilson because I just wanted a guy for my receiving core. Did I overpay? Some people say yes. He said no. Sometimes you just got to get that guy you want to get and then ride with it.
Got to get him. All right, so it's back on us. I'm trying to look to see where 6, 7, 8. So Tyler Warren went in the 8th round tonight. So you do have to start considering him in 6 to 7 if you do want to if you do want to jump the shark on everybody else. All right, so it's back on us. Round 15. Let's see. So we literally now can go anywhere. We have everything backed up. So we're going to want to definitely drum running back or wide receiver. I want to see if... There's a couple of guys that I just threw in that queue, good buddy. If you don't mind taking a look at which ones you fancy the most. Actually, I am in love with the first one.
I'm not a huge fan of their running back in that city. I know he put up numbers, but
We got him.
just
We had 3 seconds left. So you're saying that there's room for, there's a place then for Elijah Mitchell.
yes.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree, and I love getting Elijah Mitchell there.
I mean, Pachenko could be solid, but something about him I've just never liked. It's like they're just trying to force him to be the next Kareem Hunt.
And so I loved Pacheco I loved the way he ran. He was a violent runner. I thought he got a lot of yards after contact, but we've seen what happens to players like that. And I've not been a huge Isaiah Pacheco fan this year. And I think it's going to show. I think that this is going to be a true RBBC. It's going to be a running back by committee backfield for sure. There goes the other Mitchell. So I threw 2 Mitchells in the queue, and they go within 3 picks of one another. Keaton Mitchell, I think, also has a very pertinent role that's already carved out for him as well. I think he is the understudy to Derrick Henry. I don't think Justice Hill factors in as much, so I think Keaton Mitchell is the guy to own there. All right, friend. We are so we're getting in those latter stages, right? We're getting into round 16 where everything starts to calm down a little bit, right? Starts to come into our wheelhouse. We have to start thinking about our deep cuts here. You have any deep cuts that you want to throw up in that queue, good buddy?
I mean, I know it's just us two, but I really like this team.
I really like this.
I think we could take a flyer on a couple guys. We got 3 bench spots still. We didn't really need too many handcuffs with the way we were able to rotate the running backs.
Yep.
I think Trey could be a huge rookie. Cooper's gonna be a good rotator in for the bye weeks. Like, he's not a lot of yards guy, but he's got to get the receptions, and he could get at least 1 touchdown every other game. So I would like maybe go catcher.
Okay. Although I will say that the very
You think the number 2 guys? Every time I've had him on my fantasy,
same here. Same here. I only threw him in there because of the name.
his upside is crazy.
It's
but
always
but
crazy.
he's
It's
never
been-
lived up to it.
It's been crazy for the last 8 seasons, though. You know what I mean? Like, he's never lived up to it. 11 seasons at that. Yeah, let's take him out of the queue. So, complete honesty, the very last guy that I threw in the queue, if their back goes down, he finds himself in a redunculous role.
Yeah.
And truly, I don't think he makes it back to us, but I don't hate him.
On the third guy, the number 1 receiver, I don't think he's going to be happy there.
Neither do I. But
Is he going to get a lot more? I mean,
But I also
his
think that
stats
the
are
guy
pretty solid.
I also think that the guy below him might be the better pull of the two. No? It's it's so hard to tell.
Oh yeah.
I liked what number 4 did in the preseason game, though.
Yeah, but he's from that place.
Oh.
They don't throw the ball there. That's what I worry about. They're not. They don't run to throw. They run to run. I don't know if he's got the pedigree. Because can you name the last receiver from there?
Oh, man, they've had a bunch, have they not?
Braylon? And then he flamed out after 2 years?
Didn't Toomer go there?
No, the Tuma. Yeah.
Yeah, Toomer went
But
there.
that was before they had the current coach.
So you're saying who from there? Duh. I know that was he went to Notre Dame anyway. Chase Claypool, I was gonna say. Claypool went to Notre Dame though. All right, so we're up in 2. There goes Chris Rodriguez Jr., who is also another. That's another popular pick now because everyone has heard that Brian Robinson Jr. will be moving on, not being in Washington.
Around the clock.
So McCroskey Merritt, JCM is the popular pick, and now they're picking up Rodriguez as well, who looked pretty.
I think
decent.
the first guy you put in is the safest bet.
I think so too. Let's just get him off the board. He's not going to be there. Since you said that, that was enough for me to draft him. I love Xavier Legette. It's not just the deep Southern boy accent that he's got going on that makes him. Damn it! The very next pick, Taj Brooks. Good job, Titan. Titan is on his game tonight. Titan is actually all over guys that we have that we've been on with the exception of Jaden Daniels. Screwed yourself there, buddy. But you got CMC the pick before us. You got Garrett Wilson the pick before us. They were 2 guys that we were targeting for our team. So we did have very similar thought processes when it came to those early rounds. And then later on, you went and after we passed on Deontay Thornton, you took him with the very next pick. I was hoping that he would fall to the round after. And then again with Taj Brooks. So you just did that, a couple back-to-back picks with us. You went and got the guy that I was hoping would somehow make it around later, but you made us pay. Congratulations. I hope you lose. Not really. I don't really mean that. I mean, I hope we win, but I don't hope you lose. All right. So starting to see some kickers and defenses coming off the board. I do want to get a share of a defense tonight that we have yet to get because I truly think that it is going to be a crazy good defense this year. So I will let you in on that in just a little bit. Let's see. Jeremy Brock, you giving Fozzie gifts? Thanks, Fozzie is Titan. Oh, man. That's why, dude, because you pay attention, all right? All right, Fozzie Dog, you're Titan, and you're taking my guys. You know who I like. Now, I just think you're a real pain in the butt, dude, for real. Pearsall on the 5th is new. Somebody says in one of my chat forums. All right. Anywho. I do like this draft. I mean, it's hard to find a draft that I don't like, quite honestly. I will go out, on a limb and say that. I do like the majority of the drafts.
Yeah.
But I think tonight's is forming out to be pretty decent. I do honestly like our construct here. I think that going running back heavy is very nice, and I think we have sustainable we have Jay Jettas, which is fantastic. But I think aside from that, I think Flowers, Cup, Jaden Reed, Trey Harris, I think they're really going to help us cover a lot of weeks there. All right. So now we're coming up on us again here shortly. So there goes Romeo Dobbs, or what did you call him? Dobes? You said Dobes. That's what it was. Romeo Dobes.
Dobes him up.
Dobes. Dobe me up, homie.
Unfortunately for you, he is rumored to be maybe a cut.
Who Dobes?
Yeah, from Green Bay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you draft 2 guys in the first and second round, you're gonna want to play them.
Yeah. True that. True that. So I do think I think we should probably take number 4 here, because that will be the only chance that we have to solidify that.
And in the NFL, I mean, there's no penalty to cut players really for that type of level. Obviously, if you cut a quarterback or something with that much guaranteed money, but a wide receiver like Dabbs, I mean, they cut him, no big deal. They're gonna save $3 to $5 million easily, and it's
All right.
a crowded room.
So now, so the new rookie du jour. So Titan, he just revealed himself. That is Fozzie Dog. Fozzie Dog is Titan, and he goes out and he gets the new rookie du jour. Because as we know, Titan is a big rookie fan. He goes out and he gets himself Isaiah Bond, who is going to be probably the next Josh Gordon in Cleveland. And I don't mean because of the receptions and the yardage. I mean because of the drugs and debauchery.
I don't think he did drugs.
Who, Isaiah Bond? No, he didn't. But you know what?
Well,
Why
were they
don't you-
recreational?
Why don't you just step on what I was saying, man?
Are
Why can't you go with a bit, dude? Just go with a bit.
What state did he do that?
Anyway, I'm taking control here, Jay.
It's your draft.
The only running back that we now have a chance to handcuff is Alvin Kamara. So we're going to take Devin Neal. Keandre Miller, non-factor in my eye. It will be, if it's not Kamara, it will be Devin Neal. So therefore, we're taking him. We're taking him. And look at that, man. Look at this team. There's 7 running backs. We got 6 receivers. We have 2 tight ends, 2 quarterbacks. We still do need our defense and kicker, but whatever, man. We're going to get them in the last 2 rounds like we always do. And the thing that does scare me is that Fozzie, the bastard that he is, knows what defense I'm high on. And he's going to really upset me if he goes out and takes them. You are. You're going to upset me. I'm not going to lie. You're going to upset me, all right? So you just take, I mean, you live in Nebraska. You're frequently in Kentucky. Stay in your lane. Take, I don't know, who the hell is over there that you guys root for? Are you the Chiefs? Is that who you're rooting for? Who's the closest team to you? I don't know. You live amongst a shitload of corn.
Crap.
Stay out.
He said crap.
Stay out of my lane. Don't take my player here.
He said crap.
Can we really? The S word is not good
No,
to say.
not allowed to say it.
Well, not on live. You can. We just can't.
No, on TikTok Live
post
you
it.
can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you just let us. I hear people curse all the time on TikTok.
Well, we're not those people.
That's wild. Anyway,
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah. User wants to bet 25 times 20 or 200 times 25. So I don't know how much that is, but that's a little too much for my.
200 times 25.
Yeah. He's making us do math.
What do you mean 200 times 25?
I have for $25 bet. He's like, well, how about 200 times that? What's that? 400, 4,000? 4 or 5?
5,000.
Yeah. Either way, hey, I ain't got that money.
No, that's ridiculous. 5,000. He wants to wager everything that he had in his hand in the picture. No, because injuries happen. There's no way I'm betting $5,000. But there's also zero chance that Danny Dimes has a better season than Caleb Williams. I'm saving you $5,000. Thank me. So Fozzie says he's a Chiefs fan. Go Big Red. I figured, man, when you live in the armpit of America, I mean, you need something to root for, right? And I think the NFL script writers did it well. You know, they had to give the people of Middle America a reason to live, right? So what do? They go and they make the Chiefs a quasi dynasty. That way we don't see. You know, we're not reading in the paper every day death by corn. You know what I mean?
It's like the Braves. There's nobody in that entire section. They got to throw them a bone once in a while.
Yeah.
There's nobody in Wyoming. Who do you root for if you're in Wyoming?
Uh,
You didn't move there from like Dallas to go to Wyoming.
Yeah.
You don't go
Well,
from L.A.
I think if you go to
Wyoming.
Wyoming, you're probably living a very different lifestyle. You're probably not going there for sports, Jay. If you go to Wyoming, you're probably more an outdoorsy guy.
Do they have an outdoors? It just seems like like tall grass.
Wyoming?
I don't see trees in any Wyoming.
What do you
picture.
watch? Do you watch like the Will Smith like Planet Earth documentaries? Like, what is your? How did you get your vision of Wyoming?
I probably just school books. I've never looked at Wyoming pictures.
That's wild.
I don't know. I just picture tall grass.
All right, it's back on us. Jacob,
Hey, how you doing? I got a lot of stuff.
Rocky has sold me on the lowest guy there. Something happens to the number 2 receiver there, and we know he's going to be suspended.
You're talking about drugs. That guy's all messed up in the head with all that type of stuff.
Yes. So he is going to pencil in right behind Amon-Ra as the number 2 number 2 receiver when Jamison Williams eventually screws the pooch.
Yep.
Which we know he's going to do. So Isaac Tesla has looked amazing. What do you say? You want to back him up? We'll
I'll
make
back
Rocky
him up.
happy?
Rocky will love it.
Rocky will love us. There we go. Rocky, this was your draft. Next draft, we don't want any input from you. This was definitely your draft. You get your guy round 18.6 and Isaac Tesla. And here we go, man. We're now on the defense and kicker. And I have not gotten to select these. Well, no, that's a lie. I've gotten to select the kicker. I've not gotten to select the defense yet. But there are some people. There are some people here. You can look them over. You can agree. You can disagree. You can put some people in there.
Try and defend your Bears.
We can debate. Thank you. We can debate back and forth. But there are two picks that I'm gonna.
It's an odd. Ooh, going with that pick.
Which one?
You're definitely the last one. You get called out real fast. I'm not saying it's bad with what's on the board.
That they are solid. Let me tell you.
And the one I put in there,
One of the
they'd be
best secondaries in the league.
amazing, but we can't trust what they're going to put out there week to week.
There we go.
Like they could be a sack monster or one injury away from. I know I hate saying that too, the one injury away, because everybody's one injury away. But they had 12.
They were 13 of them last year, is what they were. They were 13 injuries away. So that's obviously a dead giveaway for the Lions. You putting the Lions in there. I think we can start to talk about these teams now. Not too worried about it. You did mention the Lions defense, special teams. I don't disagree. I think with obviously with Hutch coming back, with Anzalone, I love their front seven. I don't know that I love their secondary, but my guys, and we've gotten our shares of the Giants, we've gotten our shares of the Browns, we've not gotten our share of the Bears as of yet. The only thing that I do hate about them is their early bye week in week 5. I hate having to go out and cover ourselves that early with a defense. But I will tell you that on top of the Bears' front seven being solid, we have one of the best secondaries in the league. This defense is going to be a very strong defense. I think McCarthy being young is going to have propensity for mistakes. We play them twice. I think Jordan Love makes mistakes. We play them twice. The only team in our division, being Detroit, is the only team that I think we match up well with them, but I think they are the team that has the chance of getting the better of us, at least in one of the two contests.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I think our defense is built to face the teams that we are going to face this year. And we are going to face San Fran. We face Dallas. I think Chicago's defense gets after these quarterbacks. I think we get a lot of sacks this year. It's a homer pick. I realize that, but
We've had the Browns. We've had the Giants.
Yes.
So
some point you just gotta believe, right? But I have a feeling Fozzie's gonna be a real turd here. I know he already took a defense. He took the Ravens. So
Cam Ward goes all the way.
yeah, Cam Ward at 19-3. That's a good flyer. That's a good flyer in the 19th round.
Is that his third quarterback or his backup? I'm assuming third.
Well, hopefully not, man. There's no reason for 3 quarterbacks in these leagues. But
Right,
let's
but
see.
that
That is his third quarterback. And he's got Josh Allen. He's got Josh Allen, and he still picks up Tua Tagovailoa and Cam Ward. That's a reach, friends. That's a reach.
That's why I figured it had to be a third because, I mean, to back up your quarterback with Cam, again, if you lose that quarterback and you got to hope Cam has a Stroud type of year as a rookie.
Yeah.
And he's got tools. I just don't. Well, he has the personal tools. I don't think the offense has the tools around him.
Yeah, I foresee Calvin Ridley getting probably 200 targets. And other than that, I think the next leading targeted receiver is probably going to be the tight end, Chigakonkwo. I don't foresee them. Who else is there?
You know, I can't pronounce that name.
No, you cannot. We are aware.
This guy's trashing Chicago-style pizza.
Who, this guy?
No, Scott Williams.
Oh, okay. Just say, man, this Indiana guy really got it out for me. Yeah, that's right, Fozzie. The Bears. That is my first. Share of the Bears in this big league. I am happy because I've had to watch us take the Giants a bunch. We've had to take Cleveland. Now we get a little bit of my Bears. But like I said, I don't like the Week 5 bye. The Week 5 bye does stink because that means that we do have to cover ourselves in Week 5 by picking up a defense. Hopefully it is one of the aforementioned defenses that we do get to slide in on because honestly, there's not going to be many teams that are going to be trying to pick that will try to pick up a defense that early in the season. So we should have our pick of whatever is there on the waiver wire.
I'm not against your kicker, but why?
It's a good question. I just think he's got a strong leg, but you're right. It's probably gonna be a lot of extra points as opposed to field goals. So I just took him off the board. That was a very convincing argument.
I just asked why. That wasn't even
Exactly.
an argument.
That was very convincing.
I was just trying to help out the viewers there.
All right. So who do you like? Put your guy up there. I think I know who you're gonna put up there. But
I won't pick the guy that I picked the other day.
it's your draft, friend. Whatever guy you want up there, you do it. Now we got some
Maybe
defenses.
this guy. I don't see them scoring a ton of points,
Right.
but I see them moving the ball,
Okay. That's fair.
and it's in a dome.
We do have a share of him. I'm okay with that. I think the guy immediately below him too. That's another team that I think is going to move the ball, and I don't think they're going to score as many touchdowns as people think either.
True. He's the guy that. Oh, I was looking at who'd you put? Oh, well, that's an unfortunate name, but yeah, I'm fine with either of those. For some reason I was looking. I thought you were putting Moody in there.
No.
No, that's the guy that came out of college like supposed to be the next amazing kicker of all time. Because especially in college, they're not very good at kicking those 50-yarders for the most part, and he's just draining everything. And then of course he gets the NFL, and you see where he played at college, and you're like, oh, that's why he's not very good in the NFL.
Man, your hate just runs deep for Big Blue. All right, let's go with your guy.
That team up north is trash.
Let's go with Sebastian Janikowski Light here out there in the desert. Daniel Carlson. All right, guys, that wraps up our draft. But you know what? As always, we're going to stay on here. We're going to read you what the two Fantasy Alarm and Fantasy Pros does say about our teams. They do like to trash our teams, so screw them. But we're still going to read it off because it's fun. So there's that. So thank you for tuning in, everybody on TikTok. Amazing showing. A lot of questions. Hopefully we gave you some good insights, some good answers. As we get into the season, again, you'll be joining us like you did last year, man. You guys came out in droves. We appreciate it. We get on there usually somewhere between 11 and 12:30 on game day Sundays. That way we can provide you a lot of start sits and a lot of insight. We also go over, I know Phil and I do a lot of dailies. I don't know how you are with your dailies, but we do a lot of daily picks on there as well, Jay. So thank you for tuning in. For everybody else, again, we are Guys on Network. Please go to YouTube, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. That way you can see all of our new content coming out. We are doing these drafts alongside of RT Sports, who was kind enough to allow us to live stream these. So this is every Tuesday night. Typically it's 7 o'clock. However, there was a little bit of a snafu this week. We ended up going off at 8:30. It's okay. We pivot. We're okay with that. So we were able to get another one under our belts here. But that is RT Sports. Please go to their site, sign up. Signing up is free. If you so choose to do some money leagues, again, very user friendly. Drafts going off all day long, pretty much at any price point. And if you use our code, all caps, guys on GUYSON, they will 50% match you up to $200. So if you put $400 on the site, they will give you $200. Again, your discretion as to what you want to put on that site, but they will match you 50%. And then after that, you're free to draft. So you can get in some of these big leagues with us. We'd love to see you. Anyway, thank you for joining us.
Especially the TikTok. It's been our busiest. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and we're going to see that. It's going to pick up as the season goes on. All right, so we're going to start with the one that I hate the most. So Fantasy Pros, B+ they gave us. Oh, they actually gave us a B+. They have us finishing 4th. Let's see what they have to tell us. Our top players, Justin Jefferson, Brock Bowers. No duh. We already knew that, but thanks a lot for verifying that. But what if we drafted Rashad Bateman at 15.6 and a tight end later? We'd have been 76 points higher. Don't care. You want to know why? Because our wide receivers are fine enough, all right? Keep your advice to yourself. Bye. Don't really care. We know what guys that we
Eighth
took.
in running back?
Huh?
You're at Fantasy Pros, right?
Yeah.
You're ranked as 8th in running back.
8th in running back when we have 5 starters, which is wild. And remember, they told us last week that if we would have drafted Justin Jefferson at 1.7 when we had the 1.12 pick. So there's that. Some faulty software. Trey Harris, the number 5 in their consensus sleeper ranking. Steals Kyler Murray 3 rounds later than he should have been. Justin Fields. So both of our quarterbacks, we got good value. Reaches Elijah Mitchell. Don't really care because you don't know. And Devin Neal. Well, we needed a cuff. So how about that? All right.
How was he drafted 5 rounds earlier when it was 17th round?
Because, again, the software. Fantasy Alarm. So this is the one that Rocky loves to do, and I think it's because it tickles Rocky's fancy how they end up grading us every week. Well, Rocky's a guy that has to be measured all the time, right?
Yes.
He's constantly measuring. I guarantee he keeps a tape measure in his pocket at all times. I guarantee it.
And he better be listening, by the way.
So
I don't care where you are.
Fantasy Alarm gives us a 79 grade or a C+. They have us finishing 7th. 376 points behind the leader. That is criminal. The fact that you would even consider that is just, it's button 9 to me, okay? I don't understand it. I don't get it. But at any rate, we will accept it. So we'll accept our plight. Oftentimes I find that I love when these analyzers give us low rankings because we tend to do a lot better than that. That is our show. Thank you for joining in. I know it's a late night. It's 10:15. Again, we do apologize that the draft went off a little bit later than we had hoped, but it's okay, man, because we love doing this. We live this. Dude, we got 2.5 weeks left, man. Yeah. If you ain't juiced up at this point, then what are you even doing here? Go find another hobby. You should be juiced up with 2.5 weeks left. But that's our time. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. Again, next week, hopefully the draft goes off at 7 p.m. next Tuesday. Please come back, join your boys. We love you.
Thank you, TikTok.
See ya.
Bye.